bet you'll come around, but don't get me wrong. Do what you gotta do, do what you gotta do. I feel it in my bones like you'll come along now. Baby, you coming through. Do what you gotta do. Take it to the big scene, take it all. Go for hope and glory. Go, go long. Baby, for love, go all for love. We're going for love, for beating hearts off the charts. Love, go all for love. We're going for love, baby, going for love, baby, for love. I bet you'll get it right, but don't get me wrong. Say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta say. Go like a satellite, just go like a star now. Say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta say. Take it to the big scene, take it all. Go for hope and glory. Go, go long. Baby, for love, go all for love. We're going for love, for beating hearts off the charts. Love, go all for love. We're going for love, baby, going for love, baby, for love. Take it to the big scene, take it all. Go for hope and glory, for beating hearts off the charts. Take it to the big scene, take it all. Go for hope and glory, for beating hearts off the charts. I bet you'll come around, but don't get me wrong. Do what you gotta do. Baby, for love, go all for love. We're going for love, for beating hearts off the charts. Love, go all for love. We're going for love, baby, going for love, baby, for love. Beating hearts, for the loving, for the beating hearts, for the beating hearts, for the loving, for the beating hearts, for the beating hearts, for the loving, for the beating hearts.
I've been all around the world, every city, every place. Always been a restless girl, but now there's a wind of change. I've never ever felt this way. Longing for you, pick up the phone. Catching a flight, I'm coming home. Back to the place I've always known. Home, home. Seeing you soon, I gotta run. We're gonna have a lot of fun and spending this summer alone. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. You were only like a friend, till we met the other day. Didn't want the night to end, and now there's a wind of change. I've never ever felt this way. You're stuck inside my mind, deep inside my mind. I think that now's the time. Longing for you, pick up the phone. Catching a flight, I'm coming home. Back to the place I've always known. Home, home. Seeing you soon, I gotta run. We're gonna have a lot of fun and spending this summer alone. I'm coming home.
All right, mic test. Can anyone hear me?
Believe in you will get you round of applause. Alright. A pretty picture for the ones that are lost in life. But even
Thank you.
save a friend. And I know you are afraid that you'll fail again. You can take it to the grave, but it doesn't end with you. In the You say you haven't been yourself for a long, long time. Barely awake and it is already on your mind. But even if you open up and it's all pretend, and
That is really cool. Thank you, Alana.
you can take it to the grave, but it doesn't end with you. In the There's a heart that belongs to you. But the ones that can wait are few. In the blue, there's a heart that belongs to you. In the blue, but the ones that can wait are few. In the blue, there's a heart that belongs to you. In the blue, but the ones that can wait are few. There's a heart that belongs to you. But the ones that can wait are few.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Sandy,
I'm John.
and this is the premiere episode of the Smart Doll News.
Yes, hopefully many more to come if you guys like it. We've got a couple of things we wanted to go through, basically, since this is the first time we're doing it, like kind of go through some of the bigger things that have happened in the past couple of weeks, and try and find, any sort of amount of speculation we can find about what might be coming down the pipeline, and let you know, of course, some things about what we're doing.
Yeah, sounds like fun. So should we get started?
Yeah.
Okay, so topic number one would be new releases.
Right, so, we check this, constantly, and I'm sure a lot of you do. The only thing remotely new, and I think this happened literally this morning, Melody is tagged as new release.
Yeah, she's pretty much the same Cinnamon Girl, but she's definitely got a new wig. It seems to be the same style, but it is a little bit darker, and I know that amongst the community there has been some well, I wouldn't say uproar, but let's just say that there was rustling going on.
People like things to stay the way they are, right?
Yeah. I mean, if for anybody who's really new and has never really seen Melody, then, then they might not mind that wig so much. But,
It's basically the same structure, right?
yeah. And she's just a little bit more of a, average blonde than that crazy beach platinum look that she had.
Okay, so what do you prefer, Sandy?
I don't know. I do like this blonde because it's actually somewhat close to my natural color. But,
I was like, I haven't seen that blonde on you in a while.
yeah. but I do, I kind of like the platinum. It's cool.
Yeah, it is, there's something striking and fairly high contrast about that, especially when dealing with, well, actually, I guess it's not all that high contrast on a cinnamon girl, is it? In fact, the darker it goes, the more contrast you're getting with the cinnamon skin tone.
Yeah.
But that platinum is just pretty striking in general, I think.
Yeah, I think if Melody were, I don't think she probably would be, but because there's Symphony was in T, and Symphony is basically Melody T.
Yep.
But
and I would imagine that the platinum would look insanely good even on T.
Yep. And definitely on either one would look great on Coco.
Yeah. I wonder if there is like a supply thing happening here.
Yeah, possibly.
Where it's, they're constructing everything the same, but maybe there's something going on with Danny's suppliers where he can't get that particular color. Maybe there's quality issues. There's a lot of reasons why it could be done other than just a design decision.
I would almost guarantee that that's a contributing factor because he stopped selling wigs individually because he just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, the feedback from the chat room at this point is pretty much the same. And Lovely Lashes says that I don't mind a little change. And I think most people do. It's just like now and then you get somebody
very
vocal.
sorry.
Sometimes vocal people like to talk loudly over everyone else to make their opinions heard.
Olivia is not accustomed to going live yet.
I don't think she'll ever be. All right.
Stop.
Time to pick her up. So, yeah. That is the reward for putting up with a loud dog is you get to see them on camera.
This would be Miss Olivia.
Yep.
She's been in a couple of videos.
Yep, she's been around. Thankfully, Peng is not the one up here because he has issues with the eyes.
Yeah, we've actually found scratches on a couple of our dolls' legs because they were on the edge of the piano and he can reach them and he wants to know why they're staring at him.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen him with like a big eye anime girl because we don't even have a real big eye anime girl at this point, right?
Well, Shiki.
Yeah, that's true. Shiki.
Shiki would count, although her eyes are just a little bit different.
Yeah, so that's Melody. I hope you like the new wig color. I say all the more, better for having more wig options out there. Although I'm sure it might be on the harder, more difficult side in the secondhand. Come on.
I'm going to have to leave for a second.
Yep. On the secondhand market to get some of the older wigs. But, at least they're out there, and more wigs, more colors, all the better, I say. So while Sandy is finding a way to pacify Olivia, let's take a quick peek. We like to always keep an eye on what's disappearing soon. So under the secret stuff section, you have the decommissioning tab. These do show up in other places, but they kind of... They tend to be like smattered throughout, like, resilient here. It shows up under a section in the smart doll section. But she's been there for a little while. Some clothes are a little bit new here for the decommissioning section.
Yeah, so I just recently noticed that the Hiroshima men's jeans are now in the decommissioning, although it doesn't seem that they're on a lower price. He's just kind of letting us know that they're going away.
Probably selling through the stock, and maybe if he has a hard time selling it, he might lower it or something.
And I will say, even if you don't have any boys, those jeans are actually really cute on the girls. They're just a little bit less skin tight. You know, they're just more of a normal average pair of jeans.
Right,
for
a relaxed fit jean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they actually do look cute on them as well.
So yeah, if you have been looking for those, start thinking about making that purchase, or else they will be gone.
Especially with the boys being like talked about, which we will probably get to.
Well, that is a good point. I wonder how much the measurements of the boys are going to change with the new version of them whenever that comes out.
Mm-hmm. That's true, but also other people are building, like from Chaos Parts, building boys.
Yeah,
and
he is flushing boy parts out there like crazy.
That's yet another topic, is like all the stuff that's...
Flushing boy parts?
Well, just flushing stuff.
Yes.
Like, just...
Right, getting rid of, like, tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we take a look? It's not on our sheet, but let's take a quick look at Chaos. Can I get a quick, I think, a quick little poll across the live chat. Have you purchased this week's Chaos? I think it just dropped this morning, right? Mm-hmm. Every week it's been different. It's been crazy. We didn't.
Yeah, we've only skipped, this is our second one that we've skipped.
I think we've done like every other.
Out of the Utter Chaos.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always make sure I read the description. And like this morning at 5 a.m. when I was half awake and telling John that hand packs were out,
right.
I was just like, no, don't do it. We have other things we need. We still have stuff to sell. So we skipped this one.
Yeah, Utter Chaos is gone. Alyssa Phillips purchased the first Utter Chaos this week, which is awesome. I really can't wait to find out what it is, because
I hope you got something good. I mean, I don't think any time we've ever been thoroughly disappointed. No. Because we're not face-up artists and stuff, like there's been a little, well, we're not really going to do anything with these heads, but...
But it has always felt, at least, that the parts that we didn't want, we can and have started to resell or trade.
Yeah. Yep, I've made a couple of trades now already with some of the stuff we have, so...
Yeah, we finally got a body we've been looking for.
Yep, to match up with a head that we've got, so very excited to do that one.
I'm sure you'll see that before too long. Let's take a quick talk about the grid. This, I think, was interesting.
I'm going to read this.
Okay.
And I don't think that anybody in our chat room actually needs to hear this, but let's all laugh over it, like just, but amongst ourselves.
The whole thing?
No, just the beginning of it.
Okay.
This product is the head only.
Only, yes.
No eyes. No wig. No body. Nada. This product is the head only.
Okay, I think we get the idea.
I wanted to get that one last one in there.
I don't understand. I get it. Benefit of the doubt to especially new users or new purchasers. Danny writes a lot, and it can be easy to lean into that habit of just skimming or not reading at all. Mm-hmm. But this is literally, it was all over the thing. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's unfortunate that it,
Yeah, I mean, and he even, he was very upfront about, I had to ban some people. And my thought is, it must have been the people were trying to do chargebacks because they were saying I didn't get what I expected to get.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that, but I know he is, like, if Danny has mentioned it happening, that means it happens well more than that.
Yeah.
And I really have a feeling that at least a chunk of that was, beyond just a mistake, was some people trying to actually, get something for free or whatever.
Game the system, whatever.
right now, there's not much going on. Singularity Semi-Real was there this morning, gone. Sana T. I'd never seen Sana before.
She's very cute.
She
I
is.
like Sana.
She's got the little, well, you don't get a...
You don't get a full... Well, you can make it a little bigger,
She's got the little, like, I don't even know what those called. I want to say dimples, but that's not what they are. The little cheek...
Lights.
Is it dew?
Highlights.
Is it a spot of dew?
I don't know. I gotta say, Singularity was tempting.
Yeah.
But, I just, we have so much going on that it was just, no, we don't need.
No. I mean, we're still working on trying to get another Kabuki head done with a face up and everything, which we might have a line on right now, which is very exciting. But there's too many things to add to more heads, to find more bodies, to find too much work.
It's too much. And I mean, and we already have a lot of dolls compared to the amount of time we've been collecting. So
yeah, Lovely Lash has mentioned Chitose. Chitose was tempting to me.
Oh yeah,
I love Chitose, but right now I have Chitose Multiverse, and she was my first. She will always hold that spot in my heart, and I know that if I got one more Chitose, I would need to have every Chitose. And that is not a slope that I can afford to slide down.
I feel like there is something about Chitose, because I know that multiple people are like that.
Yeah.
Like there is something about that character that people have to have all of them.
They've all been well, I think there's been lots of different versions, and they are very clearly that same character but different expressions and things like that. So I feel like there's like this element of like, I don't know, like the world can support infinite Chitose.
I would like to note that I promised tea on Facebook, and this is tea.
Yes. So we hope you are enjoying a cup as well, or a gigantic mug, as it were.
Yeah, doing a mug today.
All right. Should we get into some of the actual news, the Instagram posts?
Sure. This is one of our favorite hobbies.
Watching, getting, like, I swear, during work, like, my phone just, like, goes off in the middle of meetings, and it's like, Danny posted to Twitter, and then the inevitable 30 seconds later, Danny posted to Instagram.
Sandy saw it and is commenting to me on it.
Yes. All right, what do we got here? A lovely shot of Timeless, one of the new crew. I feel like we need a name for the squad.
like the Fantastic Four type thing.
Yes, except they might be 5. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That new girl looks like she kind of fits with them.
Yeah, we'll talk about the new girl.
Yeah.
But, so what's the big deal about Timeless here?
Well, it looks like she's got a new jacket on, a new prototype. I kind of like it. I like the sort of, the car length of it.
But here is the controversial piece of this, right? Danny, sometimes I feel like Danny solves problems, at least for me, that don't exist. Mm-hmm. I don't have an issue with dealing with hair. I think Danny likes to like design for like a snapshot or a picture, and dealing with easily getting them into that spot. So he has opened up a flap underneath the hoodie to put the hair through.
And it's really funny because I just realized I don't normally put this on for videos, but I'm wearing a hoodie today.
Yep.
And I have reasonably long hair. And I don't feel the need to have a hole cut in the back of my hood.
But see, by comparison, for you to have the hair that you have, the Smart Doll needs to have like 300% more. Like,
this is true.
It is so thick. And I don't know, like, I get it. Like, you know, you look at their long wigs, or some of the wigs from I mean, Zazu Dolls comes off the top of my head of one of the wig makers that just makes really full wigs, and you get the long ones. I get it. Like it's gonna be a lot of hair to try and figure out, but I sort of go the route of put the hair down the back and put the jacket on over it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would do. Or I would do like what I've got going on right now, which is bring the hair to the front.
Well, I would do that after I would tease forward the little bit that you want to get that look. But there is one more thing here.
Goggles. I love the look of these goggles. I understand what Danny's concern with making them is, though.
What's his concern?
The leather is not attached to the goggles. That
Here.
leather panel is attached to the strap, not the goggles, as is my understanding.
Right, and I guess it's not his concern with making them, but it is some customer's concern that he's tested out. And I really want to know, like, Danny, how do we get into testing things?
Yeah, we should be testing for you.
So it is, I would totally put up with that, but I get that he can't quite do that. Like he does a lot of things where it's like, I'm either going to not put this out because I am not like the amount of effort it takes to do it right, to do it the way the customers would expect is too much.
Right.
And then the other option being, I'm going to do this where it's like, well, here it is. I'm going to put it in chaos or I'm going to put it in whatever and lower expectations, which I find with the amount of it, maybe it's just the amount of experimentation that he does, that we get a lot of those sort of, things going into chaos and not making it out to the full
Like
sword.
it started as a great idea and it was worth doing a small run of, but then to put it into full production.
Just be too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, So what does anybody else think of this? I think it's pretty cool. I like the jacket a lot. I love that weathered brown. I think it's really neat.
Yeah, Alyssa Phillips says, love the goggles. A little sad that he won't be making them. He might.
He did say that if people said they wanted them, he would do a small run.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is one of his more recent posts.
Yeah, he said if you still think it looks okay, I can make a small batch. I mean, we just need to tell him we want them.
Yeah. All right. Now, before we talk about the next big thing, and you can see it there and on our thumbnail, we should mention something that that was pretty big that happened this weekend for us and some friends.
Yeah. This past Saturday, it was Labor Day weekend here in the U.S., so I'm sure that affected things a little bit. But we have a really large collaboration out with Kit & Kat Shop and Magical Girl Kit Kat Gaming. We worked on it all summer, and it was a really cool steampunk Greek gods collaboration, cosplay, storytelling. If you haven't seen it yet, please check it out. I did the Fates.
Yep.
This is Lachesis.
Can't see her right now, but you can see the three of them on the screen. You've got Hades as well, that Magical Girl Kit Kat Gaming did. And then Hephaestus and Hermes was done by Kit & Kat Shop. And it's just so good.
We had such a great time, and it's really inspired us to do more, and we want more people to see it and let us know what they think and what they would like to see from us. I mean, we have some ideas, but, any input from you guys would help us narrow it down.
Yeah, and, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Check out all the videos on either channels, and if you have seen it, share the video, spread the love. It is something that, just with even just trying to get things up and seen on YouTube, it can be hard sometimes. With the holiday weekend, it definitely was a struggle to get more people to take a look at that really, really awesome, hard work that everyone did.
Yeah, I mean, and we've shown it. We've had feedback from friends that are not Smart Doll people that said they really enjoyed it. So
yeah, I had a friend, my Sunday night Dungeons and Dragons group. I posted it in there, and I was like, okay, this is why I haven't been sleeping. And one of them was just like, this is amazing. Can I share it? Can I share it? Wait, can I share it, please? And then they're like, wait, it's on YouTube. Of course I can share it. I'm sharing it. So it is, I really am interested to see what, beyond the smart doll community, what we can garner out of telling those stories and using them as a medium of storytelling, of not just for the smart doll community.
I mean, expanding the community is great. You know, they might see it and go, hey, I want a smart doll too, you know.
What are those dolls?
Yeah, and so then, if the community expands enough, we get more good stuff, like all of us.
Yeah. It is, yeah, I can't wait to see what we're gonna do next, what Magical Girl Kit Kat, I can't even talk right now, what Kat is gonna do next. I think each collab that we've done, it's just been like, okay, how can we do something new? What can we learn? What
can we add? What
Yep.
can, how is it going to make our channel better?
Yep.
So it's very exciting, as this is something that we really love doing, and it's brought us back to our theater roots, putting all of this together. So, yeah. So if you have a chance, check it out and spread it around.
Yep. And just to give a quick plug, of course, we did launch our website some weeks ago. Selling t-shirts online. We've got the Keep Calm and Carry a Smart Doll t-shirt officially approved by Danny. So if you're looking for a t-shirt or other doll-themed t-shirts, check out myladydisdain.com. We really appreciate the support.
And let's get to this lovely lady, our poster girl.
Our poster girl, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. There she is.
I love this face.
Let's talk a little bit about where she came from, because I think this happened quickly, right? She was in a story. She was in one of Danny's Instagram stories, and then like 30 minutes, an hour later, he made an official post saying that she's real, but she doesn't have a name.
Yeah. And I thought it was really interesting reading about the process in his post, too, that he said that she's intended to be T. She was intended to be T, but he thinks she looks great in all the colors. But normally when they make one, they start with cinnamon or the lightest skin tone. It may have been milk at one time. Right. But they start with cinnamon because they can, the features show up better. Everything shows up better for making the masks and stuff on cinnamon, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, a pretty big consensus in the chat right now is that the eye shape is fantastic.
Yeah, it's so different.
Yeah.
That turn down on the outside. I mean, I don't know if any of you know, has anybody had that before?
I've never seen him do that. Lovely Lashes makes a couple of really good points in that she looks like some old school anime characters, specifically Julia from Cowboy Bebop. There is some that I'm sure there's a word for it, but there's the definite style, and a style that Danny has not done yet.
I just realized she's Fred.
Okay, so she's not Fred Willard or something. We've been talking...
Or Flintstone.
We've been talking about building a Buffy the Vampire Slayer cosplay series.
A massive Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. I mean, I know there's some controversy around Mr. Joss, but the show itself and the work that everybody put into it, I love it. And I've been considering casting the Buffyverse. I always do when I see a new doll. And I have Buffy picked out. I have Dawn picked out, although I don't have her yet.
We have Buffy. And we are looking for a scythe at the moment.
Yeah.
So that may happen.
Yeah. So there's all, there's things planned around that. And I just looked at her and went, she is perfect for Winifred Burkle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she really does look like Amy Acker. Like,
yeah.
That is shocking. I really do wonder, though, you probably have to do a different doll, but I would like to do both Winifred next to,
who did
what's her
she
name?
become? I can't remember now.
Whatever the god that
Come on, somebody,
becomes.
who'd she become?
Yes, please correct us in the chat or guide us. But the two, both the evil, fallen god that she becomes and the, half destroyed geek that spent years in another dimension. Absolutely perfect. Should we talk names?
Sure. I already made a couple of suggestions on Instagram. I feel like she looks like she's kind of going, okay, I see you. And so, like, to me, I thought impact, like something's having an impact on her.
See, Impact is a pretty cool name, but I feel like the name should represent who they are, not what's happening to them.
Well, I mean, moment is the same type of thing.
To remind you to
be in the moment.
Yeah, I guess.
And the other name I came up with was Revelation. Like she just, okay, I see that. Like she had the big idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, she looks more. She's very soft, and she's very doe-eyed, like just very innocent, and yet, oddly enough, not like, I don't know. I think it's like she's somebody who is underestimated because of how she looks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what the word for that is. We'll keep thinking. I'm sure Danny will come up with some play on. Well, what is he naming people now? Like the squad we talked about, right? The new Ultra Millennium Girls.
The new squad is Timeless, Onward, Future, and which all seem to they go with time, and then the last one is Imagination.
Yeah, Imagine.
Or Imagine. Imagine, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Imagine kind of throws at the whole thing. The chat is still on Buffy. I just want to point out.
Okay, so what do we have? What are we talking about here?
Let's see. One Quarter Canadians. That's says I got Oceana. Named her after my original character for my book, Gabriella. Let's see. Anthony Smith said Cordelia. I'm not sure if that's a name for this or what this doll should be. But Cordelia definitely was. Cordelia was a huge part of both Buffy and Angel.
Yeah.
But I would say that if you're going to pin her to one, it's Angel.
Yeah. I mean, she came into her own on Angel.
Yeah. She wasn't just a foil for Buffy.
Yeah. We do have a shortage of boys though, so it'll probably be the just the girls show for our Buffy cosplay.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly could kind of. I don't really. We could do Angel. Quentin could play Angel, but I really don't think we can do Spike. I think we need a Milk Boy for Spike.
Yeah, he needs to be Milk with like really light short hair.
All right, let's talk Pocket Dolls.
Pocket doll. So this is really intriguing. Is that like the Pocket Doll version of the girl we just saw? No, the eye paint is different.
No, definitely different.
Yeah. So Pocket Doll.
I actually think it's her.
Oh, maybe.
Hey.
Yeah. She's very loud. Welcome to our home.
Oops. So the thing about the pocket dolls, I mean, at this point we don't know when they're coming out, but he is doing a quarter scale, correct? A quarter scale doll?
Yes, but he said he's starting with a mannequin because it's going to take some more time to get the small body
And I
done
think that's
right.
what we see here, where
Yeah.
it's, ow.
And I'm really
my turn.
hoping that that the mannequin, that he's going to give us the actual dimensions, because he said he was going to release the mannequin for people who want to start making clothes, which is awesome. Thank you, Danny. That's great. But she's also not in a neutral position. So when we go to sew for her, we actually have to be able to actually judge her size properly. So I hope he also gives us the schematic like he did for the full-size Smart Dolls. So I've actually been waiting for a quarter scale doll. And we were getting ready to consider buying a mini Dolphy Dream, but with these coming out, I'm like, I'd rather just stick with Smart Doll. I like them better. I like the faces better. The only thing I do like about the mini Dolphy Dream is that you can get the ones that are more childlike with the open mouth and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And Olivia wants to anchor the news. So what does everybody else think of? I mean, do you want a mannequin? I might have one, but I don't, just to have it, but I don't really, like, to me, I'd rather have the posable doll. And I know John would rather have the posable doll.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the thing, but but the point is Danny's trying to give us something, right? And he thinks, like that is going to be useful to get people building stuff sooner. So it makes sense to me, at least for, like people, making apparel. Oh, we're okay.
Apparently she's coming over here.
Yep. That's happening.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on in the chat.
I think I better move Lachesis, even though she's very pretty here.
Let's see. Alyssa Phillips says, love the quarter scale. Wish they looked younger, like little sisters. Yeah, just being smaller. Here's the way I look at it. And obviously this is, like, really you have to sort of buy them this way. But if I were to do, like, photographs, with them, I would do semi-real, regular Smart Doll next to an anime quarter scale. And I think shifting between the height and semi-real to anime is going to give you that sense of being younger.
And I think there are some dolls that will be better as little sisters than others. Like, I mean, the actual little sister, Haruka.
Yeah, Alyssa Phillips says a small Haruka would be very cute. And I totally agree. Yeah.
And Chitose Multiverse would also be
please.
very cute. Maybe Chitose herself, like the original Chitose, would be cute. So there are a few. I mean, I actually, Kat and I were talking, Magical Girl Kit Kat and I were talking about Melody. That she would be the really good, snotty little sister that gets in the way all the time.
I could see that.
Olivia, you're annoying, but I love you.
All right, let's take a look at The Office. This is something that Danny likes to do.
This is the best. This is like, what can you find?
So we have to, this is what I like to call what's good for the Gander. This is his...
I love that.
This is his Gander around the office, and, we get to see what's going on, and he specifically puts things and drops little Easter eggs in there, which is just so fun. So, I mean, This first one, of course, we've got Power Girl.
Is that what that is? That's Power Girl? Not a big DC girl normally.
I think it's Power Girl. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. That is the alternate universe Kara Zor-El.
Yes. And I think he was talking about making her, right?
Yeah, she's on the list.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean she's next after Batgirl?
Who knows? We've seen a lot of teases about Catwoman, too.
And it's been a while. That's true. And it's been a while since we've heard anything about Batgirl. It's been a little quiet, quite honestly. He's been doing a lot of... Probably just to help with some of maybe the complaints people have been having, just getting normal dolls back out.
Yeah, I mean, and he took, if he puts up the stuff that he does on the weekends, he's taking, excuse me, he's taking, his employees on retreats and stuff.
All right, hold on. Jeez. Let's take a look at the next one.
Okay, so what have we got here? What is that? Is that the insulin pump?
I want to say it's... is it insulin pump or is it hearing aids or...
Yeah, John's out of the room right now. So does anybody else want to, is this the insulin pump? At first I thought it was the hearing aid thing, but then I realized this doesn't really go with hearing aids, and these are really big. So it must be the insulin pump. What else have we got here? I always like to look back in the corner. This doll has been there for a while with the one boxing glove there. I wonder if that's has something to do with Harley.
Oh yeah, I really, really want the boxing gloves.
Because there are, images out there of Harley in boxing gloves, and one's black and one's red, so I think...
Yeah. Ben from Magical Girl Kit Kat is saying that he just got the hearing aids, and they're the same color as those. It's basically a standard, 3D printing...
Yeah, it's 3D printing color. So
I mean, it happens to be the filament that they use for all of those.
Yeah, are you going to paint that, Ben?
Yeah, that's a good question, Ben. Let us know if you're going to paint them, if you're going to do any detail work on it. I do see there's that's a hearing aid right there.
Yeah, that's the hearing aid. Yep.
So yeah, I don't see, other than their figures, I'm not seeing too much here. This is right next to one of the 3D printing machines, I believe.
He said, yeah, he is.
Yep. Ben is definitely going to paint those. I look forward to that. Typical, look how much stuff we're sending out. I'm always interested to see the various boxes and sizes of things.
Yeah, and then if you can also see what's in, if you look carefully, you can see the images on the cabinets, and then you can see if there's anything in there.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. We're zoomed in about as far as we're gonna go.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick out sometimes. That looks like, what is that? It's like an off-the-shoulder black
I think
shirt.
it's a lot of apparel here, I believe. Yeah.
I'm not sure I recognize what that is, unless that's
It looks like a halter top, honestly.
Oh, it might be. I thought it's off the. It looks like an off the shoulder, like it might be the nice sweater in black or something.
I don't know.
And pulled off the shoulder.
Either way, I don't think it's telling us much new. You can even see inside here. You've got these are all definitely apparel because you've got the envelopes and everything.
Yeah, there's other shots where he shows you can see the heads that are available. And stuff.
More 3D printing rigs, I believe, and I don't know what those things are, but they've got some fun. Oh, these were the Danny either tweeted these or something like that, but these were the figurines of Naruto characters as cat people or something, which is very interesting.
And we have our mannequin body again with the smaller head.
Well, this is interesting. He has essentially like a spine with like
That's like-
carbon fiber is not quite the right word, but because these are the shoulder joints.
Yeah, this is just a cable.
Yeah.
Like that he is like.
Well, it's cable wrapped. It's something. It's something in a cable wrap. It could
Yeah.
be cable wrap around a spine, for all we know. Although I'm not sure if that's attached to the end or not. That is.
I don't think it is. I think that's
Yeah,
just,
it's just
laying there.
Yeah.
So he's got them like on there, like there's a spine.
And I guess he would attach arms or a bust to this. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Um.
Not much of some. Looks like the doll parts in the back corner there,
Yeah.
but there's not much to see.
What?
Are those the spine parts?
I think those might be spines. Holy cow. That is a lot of spines. A slightly... This looks like a stand that I haven't seen. Because these are two vertical... Oh, okay, you can't... Let me... Here we go. Get that out from behind there. This stand here is like, it's definitely a stand because you can see the post in the middle, and then you have those two flat pieces look like they would go upside down into each other to form a cross. I haven't seen any. So that just you can actually see a cross. Almost. I wonder if that's something similar. That's big. And I don't think that's just tape. I really hope Danny watches, I mean, sure, it would be lovely if he watches us, but I hope he watches the comments and watches things like this and laughs his butt off at the ridiculous things that people, like, come up with of, like, oh my god, I think I see a new doll.
I mean, how many times have I said that Danny is Willy Wonka? So basically, this is the look inside the chocolate factory.
Right.
That not too many people are privileged to get. And so we're, like, trying to find all the candy.
Well, and he likes to play the games.
Yeah.
And
This was interesting to me. I was sitting there looking at what is that gap there, that aqua gap in the side of the head, and there's two gaps in the head.
I don't know. Well, okay. No, I don't know. I mean, you've got like this. I'm guessing that this is the pocket doll head.
Okay.
Because why would we see such a drastic redesign of whatchamacallit? A drastic redesign of the entire skull that he's got going on every doll. So I think that's what that is. This I don't know. Alana mentioned maybe it's guys for face paint. I don't. I mean, this is not the things that they do for face paint are always going to be like the from the front, and this is never anything that's covered. It looks almost like a wig line, but yeah, I don't know. To some extent, my guess is that maybe this piece actually has like a longer, like it comes down all the way to here on the inside, and it like so that they cross over each other, and so that there's two pieces. Like this is the part you see, but on the inside there's this part that comes down, so you have essentially these overlapping pieces. And I don't know that this is necessarily anything other than two 3D objects in that program overlapping each other at that spot.
It could be. I mean, there's another one back there behind the ear too.
Yeah, Anthony Smith, I definitely think that's what he's doing here, of doing at that scale, how do we deal with the head cap? Because the head cap is actually kind of hard to take on and off. like you've got to like squeeze it and get it in the right way, right? You start to make that smaller and smaller, and you can't squeeze like the vinyl or the silicone or whatever enough to get it pulled out.
Oh, so perhaps the head cap is a deeper plug in this.
Essentially.
Right, and maybe that's what we're seeing, like you were saying.
And this is not
the
uncommon.
Interference between the
A lot of BJDs have the entire back half of the head comes off.
Yeah.
Basically everything behind the wig line.
Right. I mean, a lot of them are magnets too.
Right.
Like the face plates are what comes off, but so I mean that could be done as well, but that's changing the doll drastically in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine what this functionally is, but other than Aster T says head trauma. And is that my girl? It's my girl, right?
Where?
Right here. That's Ambition,
No.
isn't it? How is that?
That's not Ambition, is it? That doesn't look like her eyes.
Well, it's not her hair either. It's probably her and T.
I just meant her, like her eye paint. That looks more like in the moment line. Like.
Let's go to Smart Doll. In development. I'm pretty sure that is her.
Aster T has got their first smart doll. Just arrived.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't think that's her. Those eyes are bigger. Maybe it's the angle.
I think it's the angle.
Does everybody else think that that's Ambition and T?
Oh, now the head.
I don't think so. I think that's like...
This is doing weird stuff for me now, too.
That's like either like, that's like...
I don't know who this is.
Is that like the Athena moment, Journey, one of those girls, Serenity?
I don't know. Can we talk about what is going on back here? Anthony Smith says, looks like Fortitude. Okay.
But she doesn't have her... Doesn't Fortitude have her mouth open a little bit? And she has freckles.
Yeah. What is up with this yellow, like double-breasted jacket thing?
Or is that, what's her name? Is that Cece? Is that who that is? It's a licensed doll that's been talked about for a while. I was more interested in what looks like the gray-on-gray Hakama on the right.
Yeah. Yeah. And on the left, you've got this weird black number with like a red belt.
And it looks like she's got a sword.
It does a little bit. It's hard. It could be something just behind her, though. It's hard to say. Cece has green hair, says Alyssa Phillips.
Oh, okay.
Like green?
That's
or
right.
Or like blonde green.
I did know that Cece had green hair.
It's like fantasy green, right?
Yeah. It's a really bright green.
But you can see here, like, this is all right, black skirt, and then some sort of yellow, like, this is almost like a double-breasted yellow school uniform.
Yeah, like a peacoat. Yeah. Like a double-breasted jacket. It actually looks like, if that's what that is, that's really cute. It almost looks like she's wearing that with like a white turtleneck under it. And I think that skirt's navy.
I think you have no way of knowing that. I mean, it could. It's navy or black at this scale and at that blur, same thing.
Well, we're just guessing. I think it's a navy skirt. But I guess I'm really excited about that what looks to be the Hakama on the right. That's pretty cool in all the grays. I like that a lot. It's like a post-apocalyptic Hakama.
Yeah. No, that's very cool. It's very Star Wars-y.
Yeah, it does look very Star Wars. I thought of that too. Very Jedi.
I also find it interesting that this picture is from August 8th.
Yeah, and I was actually...
No, that can't be... Oh, it's 8 month. Duh, I'm an idiot.
I was looking at the actual...
Okay, I am so sorry. All right.
I'm going to talk for a minute because I was actually looking at all the writing that's on the calendar. I'm this bad. Like, I was looking at all the writing on the calendar, and we can't read it, but it's like, okay, you figure out what date it was and go, okay, what happened on that date? Did he launch chaos? Okay, so what does that mean? Is there chaos coming on this day and this day? Everybody's saying, like, you know, Doggo's got a dog. No worries. Everyone's fine. So I was telling them how I've actually been looking at the calendars and going, well, it looks like, okay, this was like, you know, I'm going to just make a number up. I'll be like, this was August 4th. And there's chaos on there. I mean, there's writing on August 4th. Well, what came out on August 4th?
I think that's actually not a bad, although ridiculous, idea.
So, like, you just look at what the rest of the dates are and try and figure out,
like, what things,
you know.
like, are these actual releases? I really hope Danny is not scheduling his release on a desk calendar.
Hey, I like to write. I mean, does anybody else like to write things by hand? I have a phone, I have reminders, I have my computer, but I like to put things in a book. It works easier for me. I'm a big fan of, like, writing stuff down on paper.
Notice I did not say that it's ridiculous that he would be writing his releases things down on paper, but a little spiral-bound desk calendar.
That's probably not even his
That's my point.
space. But
right, but why would it, it's not, there's nothing on
it
there.
might be his wife's space, who knows, you know?
Keep thinking that. Gotta love, I really want this bag. Like, just give it to me. Even the nicest people have their limits.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I like that a lot. I love that she's in the martial arts pose.
Yep.
In a gi. That's very cool.
I really need more of, I just wish, you know, just release the graphics. Like, give us graphics. I would love more things with those girls, the little anime chibi girls.
They've been around in the past, but, like, you know, he decided that it wasn't, it's so much hassle to make, like, human-sized t-shirts and stuff.
I know, give them to us.
Yeah. So hence we're making the human-sized t-shirts.
Hey, this is ridiculous. Okay, I don't think there is...
I don't see any sneaky clues going on here, just some food. And Livy just decided what we were going to look at.
I don't think there's anything in here, and that is the end. I think that's just his, you know, his typical. Here's the crew. Here's everyone. You know, we're happy. We're healthy. You know, I think he's doing a good job with the 4-day-a-week work week, and you know, I think more companies should be trying to get out of that, especially in Japan, where the work culture is very toxic historically.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just really, I mean, this is the time to take it easy on people. And if he doesn't take it easy on his people, which is not a huge team, he's going to lose them.
Yep.
And then we don't get the stuff we want. So, you know, because it takes time to train people too. So, I mean, he's losing out big time if he loses his employees, if they get sick or they get burnt out.
Yeah.
And then we lose. So,
I mean, and I gotta say, like, this is the, like, I do my best not to take, like, hard stances on things, and, you know, but, like, the thing I will say about this stuff is we do not have the inalienable right to buy things from him, or I should say, to have him make things for us to buy. Like, it is not how it is. And you can say easily by common wisdom or Western, you know, culture that Danny is not meeting demand is not scaling his business and henceforth is making horrible choices for his business or whatever. He is making the choices for his business that are leading to him being happy and doing the things he wants to do. Like, I mean, all right, like armchair, psychologist here. It would not surprise me if Danny was ADD, for instance, or ADHD. And the ability to lean into that creativity and to try new things constantly and to do like for me, that would be an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And why ever he is the way he is, he's doing what he loves. And he's doing it the way that he wants to do it. And it's his business. And he doesn't have to. Like, it's just...
I mean, and he's already said he made the decision not to scale up. That it was just going to be too much not what he wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, and so we get this lovely product from a small business, like not a small business, but like not a huge company. And
how do you measure success?
Yeah.
Like, that's all it comes down to. And he is a perfect example of somebody who clearly measures success to him, for himself and for his company, and does it in a way that is just, very different than what we would expect.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say that we are all like, yay, rah, rah, Danny, but we appreciate what he does. And, I mean... He's an artist in his way, and he needs to do what he needs to do, and if it means that, if some people don't like it, well, they can find someplace else to get what they want.
I mean, would I love it if Danny could expand and make more dolls and not only make the dolls that he has and fulfill demand, but also keep making dolls and expanding and never lose quality and never lose, like... It's not... that journey of scale will always have a downfall or a penalty or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think Cortex was an attempt to... my understanding is that Cortex was an attempt to get ready to scale up and produce more.
Yeah.
But many people don't like Cortex. I mean... so you'd be losing out because you wouldn't be getting what you want. You wouldn't be getting the vinyl dolls that you like.
Yep.
So
Java Junkie mentions a good point. Danny does bring us up in his... I mean, he said it multiple places. I'm sure it's on the website too. But he trains his employees, and he sees his job as teaching them how to take the next step in their career.
Right. And
to leave and to get something from him and to take that creativity and now do their own thing that is, like he has done.
Yeah, and then he partners with them if they're doing something that he can benefit from, which I think that's awesome. I think it's amazing.
Yep.
And I think that, like, if people actually pay attention and they pay attention to what he writes and what he says he's doing, then it's really hard to, come off as a nice person and an ethical consumer if you argue with him on it.
Right.
So that's our 2 cents on that one. So I think we've gotten through everything on our list. So I guess this was the news.
Yeah, that was the news. It was a lot. We'd love to hear from you if this is, do you like the format of it? Should we concentrate on something different? We do have a poll going up in the chat, and so we asked which of these topics appeals to you most, trying to get an idea for what should we focus on, and the options were like product drops, which is largely what we started with, like what's come out, what's going away, that sort of stuff. Getting into like total speculation and like, really digging into like what we think's coming down the pipeline. We also thought about community events, and giving to us, this is kind of like giving a platform during this time for what's going on for you guys. Did you just make a cool costume for your girls, or do you do some cosplay, or maybe there's a giveaway going on, or
if you have we're we can't talk about every product sale or anything like that if people have shops, but if you're doing a giveaway, or if you know of a giveaway that other Smart Doll people would be interested in, you could drop us a line.
Yeah, and really just what are you up to? How is Smart Doll kind of changed, your life, or what's going on in it, and what are you looking forward to do? And, there's a lot of creative people out there who aren't, sure, I mean, they're not getting up on, YouTube and stuff like that, but they're on Instagram putting out their stuff. And I think it would be good to have a way to get different audience, or, a different channel for some of that. We are also starting up before too long a Discord server.
Yes.
And I tried to whisper Discord as if I realized we hadn't discussed actually talking about it.
I was actually going to talk to you about it and then forgot to say something, so we're good.
You're right. So we are starting a Discord server. It's mostly set up at this point. But just going to try and nail down the rules, make sure that we are creating a good, safe community environment. And we would love for, especially, you guys here who are here a lot, dropping into the lives, subscribed and watching, all the time. If you are interested in volunteering to help do some moderation and things like that. We've got so much stuff going on, and we do want to keep kind of expanding the community, but we're definitely going to need your help in order to do it.
Yeah, so if you'd like to join the Court of Disdain as a moderator for our Discord server, let us know.
You can drop an email to hello@myladydisdain.com, and you can of course drop a line to us on Instagram, which we'll bring up here. So you can see Sandy's Instagram at @myladydisdain with underscores. Anything else we need to?
Now that she's being quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it. We just filmed an unboxing that should be coming out very soon.
She's back there somewhere.
So if you've got sharp eyes and you recognize a doll in our collection you haven't seen before.
The resolution on the webcam, unfortunately, with the live stream is not great. But yeah, if I will, I don't know. I'll think of something to do if anybody can actually guess what's back there in the next, I don't know, day.
Yeah.
Of course, people are gonna stop it on YouTube, but we've got an unboxing. You can actually see there's more to come. We did purchase a lot, so we have a capital L-O-T, not little L-O-T.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
A lot.
So we have a couple of dolls still to unbox. So you're going to be seeing that over the coming weeks. We're not going to rush through it. We'll probably record it all as soon as we can. But you've got some dolls and a bunch of clothes, all sorts of clothes.
Lots of clothes. Lots of cool clothes. One of which actually made me squee.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So this is by the way, this is our first big, our first real, I would say, purchase from another collector. So this is not necessarily something we would have bought from the website. And that's all I'll say. Anyway, you'll see soon enough. The video is coming out Saturday. And we have been talking for a long time. So hopefully we can squeeze this down in the future.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get it a little bit. We'll get a little more fine-tuned in the future. But I think we pretty much went through all of our topics pretty quickly.
I did, and I went through the topics that were on the poll, but never said what the results of the poll are. And I'll just end it here. It is 69% said product drops was the most important thing.
Okay.
So I think we're aligning with that of like keeping up to date. I think we're going to try and do this, weekly. So we'll be, look forward to this next Tuesday night. And
eventually we'll take up some of this on the Discord server too. So, so let us know if you want to moderate. Give us your guesses for who we unboxed. And I think that's about it.
That's going to do it. So I'm John.
I'm Sandy. This is Olivia.
Pang is down there being very lovely and quiet.
Yeah. Eventually we'll bring him up for you to see him. But,
this is the Court of Disdain.
And we will see you again soon. Bye.
Bye, everybody.